Hi everybody, welcome to Mark's Backyard Birds. One of the most commonly asked questions, of course, is how do I deal with squirrels, my bird feeders? How do I keep the squirrels from eating all my seed? And my mom used to say, you know, if the squirrels out there on the feeders, the birds aren't, and I'd much rather see the birds. So I've done many videos on baffles and pole systems and deck arms, different things about dealing and feeding birds and avoiding squirrels. But this is particularly about what I consider to be the ultimate anti-squirrel or squirrel-proof bird feeder system, the bird family of feeders, if you will. And there are lots of choices in squirrel-proof feeders. You've got the weighted feeders, in which they have a counterweight, and when the squirrels get on it, it closes the door like that. We have cage feeders that squirrels can't get into. But in my opinion, the best system on the market is the Squirrel Buster family. It is a Canadian company, and they have been around now for many years. They have won in all kind of awards for their technology of keeping squirrels out of bird feeders. So the family itself, I wrote an article years ago about this feeder, which is the largest of their feeders, the Squirrel Buster Plus, and I called it the ultimate bird feeder in that article many years ago because it has the features that you're looking for. You're talking about a high capacity. It's got a tube that can hold a lot of bird seed, so you're not filling it every day. It has, of course, keeps it very, very dry, and it also has a big enough perch that even cardinals like it. Now, it's not the greatest cardinal feeder in the world, I know that, but they put this ring on it, and they call it the cardinal ring. It used to just be these perches, and then they added the cardinal ring because people wanted to see more cardinals on their feeders. Well, the cardinals can land on the circular perch and reach forward rather than having to sit sideways and try to get to the bird seed. So that system really helped the feeder, making it more complete, as you will. Now, how this system works, how the Squirrel Buster family was created, is they figured out, and this is true of all of them, they figured out that if they made the distance from the food to where the place that the squirrel can hold on to, the squirrel's favorite trick is to, on a feeder like this or on tube feeders, is to hold with their back feet here, stretch their body down across the bird feeder, and then get to the bird seed. Squirrels can't do this, no matter what. They don't do that. They have to get their face on the bird seed. So in this system, they have to drop down to get onto that perch to get their face to the seed, and when they do, it pulls down the sleeve and it covers the bird seed. An ingenious system. And a nice addition to the Squirrel Buster Plus is this weather shield. I have one on mine, and it sits down to protect that seed better from rain, but you do have to add that on. It doesn't come with it. If you want additional weather protection, the weather shield works really great and helps there. Another thing about the seed choices, don't feed seed mixes with fruit in it in these feeders, because the fruit can gum up the ports with moisture, humidity, and things like that. The fruit gets sticky and seeds start sticking to it, and you get these clumps in there. So we don't recommend feeding any seed mixes that have fruit in it out of the Squirrel Buster family. So, and they made smaller feeders where they put spacers that to keep that distance proper to the port down below. And then, like this system, the whole cage slides down and covers the seed. Once again, that squirrel can't reach through that cage with his fingers and get seed. He has to get his face on it. So the cage system works really well. Now, another reason why I call this the ultimate feeder is because it has an adjustable weight system. So inside, when you take the top off where you fill it, inside you can turn the spring tube inside, and you can tighten the sensitivity of the perches itself. So if you want it set really light so that one blue jay will make it go down, you can do that. Or you can tighten it up so that only mammals, only squirrels will make it go down. As many birds can feed at one time. Of course, you can use that system if you're wanting to discourage starlings and blackbirds, things like that. It can be very effective. But remember, starlings and grackle are very smart, so they can figure it out eventually by putting one foot inside the perch to hold on to so that they're not making the weight go down, and then reach in there. So it may be effective and then all of a sudden not, and say, hey, Mark said it was going to work. No, I want to warn you that birds are smart and they can figure things out. The other feeders, again, most of those all work on the cage coming down to slide over the port, and they have varying degrees of storage in them, how much seed you can put in them. The smaller one, obviously less seed, and then some of them have that weight sensitivity ability, and some do not. So you've got a broad range with the Brome, is the name of the company, Brome Squirrel Buster family. They have a nut version, they have a finch version. The finch version is basically this feeder, which has the multi-seed porch, and you can feed sunflower, safflower, things like that in it, except these have the small finch holes. It's the same system, everything, but it's designed for just the small seed like sunflower chips. No reason to feed Niger in a squirrel-proof feeder because squirrels don't like Niger. But if you feed a finch mix, quality finch mix, or straight sunflower chips in it, then this really does work because it pulls down and closes on the squirrel. So one of the weaknesses that people discover when they try to hang Squirrel Buster feeders is they don't hang them the proper distance from the deck arm or from the tree limb on the tree limb. These feeders require about 18 inches out from your deck railing or from the tree limb or your shepherd's hook. If the squirrels can climb up it and reach over, like your shepherd's hook's real close, they can pull the feeder over to them, they can defeat the system. So when you're hanging it, when you choose a deck arm or you choose a shepherd hook, it needs to be one that has about an 18-inch arm on it, and we have several, so that it hangs far enough out that those squirrels can't reach over and pull it to them. Important to remember that. The Squirrel Buster family, my opinion, the ultimate squirrel-proof system on the market today. Great idea for a program. Squirrels are always a topic for people who feed birds. So if you like the program, please give us a like, give us a share if you would to your friends. If you're not on YouTube yet, please subscribe. And don't forget to hit that bell so that'll send you notifications when I'm on next. So until next time, let's talk birds.